Hello friends, this is Tammy. Today I'm going to show you how to make an Advent scripture booklet using one of my chipboard books. This is 6x4 and I have a Etsy listing that has 8 pages in it, but I needed 12 pages in this so I could have front and back for 24 days of Advent. So I added some more pages, so I will make an extra listing probably to have these books with the 12 pages. I bought some shiplap paper from Hobby Lobby. I thought this would just be a neutral, just nice background. And I cut these out 5.5 inches by 4 inches. And I'll show you why I did that, not the full 6 inches. Because I didn't want to take my ring out, my binding rings. So I'm just going to glue like that. And I think that will look just fine, especially if I embellish it with some ribbons or bells or whatever I decide to do at the very end. And so that's what I decided to do. For the front cover, I think I'm going to do, I'm undecided, but I think I'm going to put red or green cardstock on the front and back covers. So I have a listing and the link will be below for this Advent light, Advent scripture cards, and they're all reference light. Like this is Psalms 119, 105. It says, "Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path." And they all reference light, which we know light is Christ. And so I thought it would be a good way to teach your children about Christ during the Christmas season, doing something a little different than the normal Nativity Advent. This is all just scriptures about light. And so you could take one each day or night and read it over with your children and then discuss it, what it means. You know, there's all kinds. Some are shorter than others, some are a little bit longer, but they all fit on one of these little cards. When you print these cards out and cut them, they measure 3.5 by 2 inches. This is 2 Samuel 22:29. "For thou art my lamp, O Lord, and the Lord will lighten my darkness." And so they're just really, really pretty scriptures. All our scriptures are pretty, but anyway. And then it comes with all these numbered pockets. And there's little score lines. You can't really see it too much in the camera probably, but it shows you where to fold and to glue. And those will be the pockets, and these cards fit inside the pockets. And then there's a whole bunch of fussy cuts that you can cut out. I printed them on sticker paper and cut them out with my cutting machine. And that's just going to be some embellishments on the inside. So let's get started. So I think we will save this part till the last. I'm just going to work on the pages right now. So I'm using my Tombow liquid paper glue. This is what I generally use all the time for all my paper products, for most all of them. I also use this double-sided sticky tape, and these are glue tape runners that I buy on Amazon. The link for this will be below as well. So I'm just putting glue all around the edges. And I'm lining up the corners and getting them on all straight. I generally use a napkin, paper towel, Kleenex, something of the like, to just press all the glue down and get it to the edges and to the corners. Just seems to work better than my bare fingers. And what I planned on doing and didn't think about is what I wanted to do is I wanted to distress each page. Darn it, I wish I would have done that before I put this on. Maybe I will go through and get all these distressed first, and then we will move forward. So I'm just going around all the edges, not real heavy, but I just want it to, add a little dimension. The outline just seems to show up, make the page stand out a little bit more, in my opinion. A lot of people don't like this look, and that's totally fine. But I think I'm gonna put it on all these shiplap pages. So I think that might be easier to get them all. So I will do this off camera and then come back on. Okay, just put a little bit of distressing all around the edge and a little bit where those lines on the paper are supposed to be pieces of wood. So just a little bit of distressing just to give it a little dimension. And so I did that on all 24, and I'm gonna put them in my book now that I'm ready. Just make sure I'm getting it on each edge there. And I'll go ahead and do this on all 24 pages. Okay, I got all the shiplap pages on, and then I've put red cardstock on the back and on the front, and I just need to do, whoops, this one. And these are the same sizes as the shiplap, the 5.5 by 4 inches. Just press all the edges down, get the glue right to the edge, and especially the corners. I don't want them to flip up and bend. Now I thought I'd put a pocket in the front. So I cut a piece of this matching paper, and it is 5.5 by 2.5. And then I'm gonna put the red on top, so it's 5.25 by 2.25. So before I do that, I'm putting the tops together, centered, and you can use a notch, a punch if you've got one. I've got this, or since I used my circle punch on these little envelopes, I'm just gonna do that same thing. Let's see, just kind of get in the center and just press not quite halfway. Oh, it moved in, oh no. I'm gonna have to recut these, darn it. Right as I went to clip, they both fell. So I will get different. Thank goodness I had plenty of more paper. So after you cut the top even like that, then you bring it down and glue it on the center like that. My glue feels a little plugged up. And you could embellish on this, put words or stickers or whatever you want to do. I may put one of my stickers, I'm not quite sure yet. So now this will go right here. And so you just need to put a line of glue on both sides and on the bottom only. And you'll want to get the glue as close to the edge as you can, so you have a full pocket. And then when you're pressing it out, press from the center out to the edges. So any excess glue will come out, and then you can just wipe it off. That way it won't go inside your pocket and plug it up. That would defeat the purpose of a pocket. So now you have a pocket just to sit extra cards or notes or whatever you'd want to do with that. Let's do the front. So in the listing with all these Advent cards and pockets, I have a sheet of, they all say the same thing, but they're different lights matching the cards. and it says Advent Scripture Cards. There are 24 scripture cards, all referencing light. Count down the days until Christmas by reading and discussing one scripture each day or night. Jesus is the light. And so I thought that will just go on the front, but I'm going to put a layer of white cardstock behind it first. The glue's not coming out very well. I think I need to stick a pin in it or something and see if I can unclog that a little bit. Just right in the center. I just like adding layers. It just adds dimension to your project. And then this just goes right in the center there. I think I'm just gonna eyeball it. Looks pretty cute so far. Okay, I'm gonna set that aside now. So now, after you get all your envelopes printed and cut out, there's little gray dotted lines where you fold it. And so you just fold that up. And I'm looking for my, here it is, my little my straight edge. This bottom flap goes up. So I'm going to use this double-sided sticky tape, and I'm just going to put one along there and close that, which is super easy. And then one on the bottom flap and bend that up. And so what I'm going to do, this is number one. You want to make sure you get them in order, of course. And I think, I'm trying to decide how I want to do this. I think I might okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it toward this side. And so again, I'm just going to use this. You can use liquid glue or double-sided tape, whatever you've got handy. And these aren't in any order. You can put them in whatever order you want. But then those just slide right in and they fit perfectly. And what I think I'll do with my pocket is once we've went through it, I'll put the ones that we've already read in the pocket, is what I'm thinking I will do. And then I thought, you know, with this extra space, this will be perfect spot for all these little fussy cuts. So you can cut them out. You can print them on cardstock if you want. But like I said, I printed mine on sticker paper. And so I was thinking I would just kind of do that. And maybe I won't put these over quite as far as I did here. I'm not sure yet. Just peel the backing off. And I'm going to carefully and try to get it centered. There, and I think that looks really cute. So I'm going to go through now and do all my pockets and put them on, and all my stickers, and then I'll come back to you. Okay friends, so this turned out so cute. I've got all the sticker embellishments on, and all the pockets, and all the cards in all the pockets. And it just turned out really, really cute. And now what I'm going to do is on the back page, I'm going to take some ribbon and I'm going to tape it on here, and then I'm going to glue this over the top. And this is on cardstock. This isn't one of my stickers. I wish it was, but I printed some on cardstock too, so this will work just as good. What I'm doing is I'm making a little bookmark. So if you're on this page, then you know to come down here. And I'm going to have it hanging just a ways below the book. And then I've got these two circles. They're about 1 1/4 inch in diameter, and there's 2 of them. So I'm going to put one on each side of the end of this. So I'm trying to decide how to do this. I think I'll first put this one down. And then I'm going to glue this one all over and put it right on top. There. And then you can leave it like this. Oops. Or I think I'm going to put a ribbon up there, a bow. Oh, that looks cute. And you could glue it so it stays there if you wanted, or I'm just going to leave it like that. So it's nice and thick and chunky. So for now I'm going to take this out. So there's our pocket, and I didn't have another sticker here, but I thought it needed something, so I'm just going to put this little word tag that says Silent Night that I've had printed off for a while. So you could put anything there, any kind of sticker or word, or you could write in a word, whatever you'd want to do. And actually in the listing there is, I think there's 25 of these stickers, so there would be enough for 24 pages. I will make sure there's more, so you have enough for the back thing as well, whether you decide to print them on sticker paper or just regular cardstock. Okay, so that says Silent Night, and here's your pockets. 1, 2, 3, just different random stickers. 4, and see, they fit in there nice and perfectly, and then as you read them you can put them in your little pocket. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Some stickers are duplicates. 10, 11, 12. So there's stockings, bows, swags, holly, bells, stockings, Christmas trees. And that is it for this project. And you can make your own and just use the printable listing with pockets and make your own book. Another idea is you don't even have to put them in a book. You could make these little pockets and the cards, cut them out, and you could use little clothespins, like those mini clothespins you buy at the Dollar Store, and put them on twine and just take off one pocket each day. So that's an idea. or you can make a chipboard book. This is 6 by 4, and each of these sheets of paper is 5.5 by 4. There's lots of different things that you could do. So anyway, just be creative, and it comes out nice and chunky, and the bow moves, so I might have to figure out what I want to do with that. I need to figure out how to just keep it right there. So I may just take it off the wires and just glue it right there is what I'm thinking I'm gonna do. In fact, I think I will, even though the bow turned out so cute. But I know that will bug me because it will constantly be moving on me. So I'm just gonna make that will be better just to, in fact, I have an idea. I wish I had my glue gun going, but I don't. So I will really glue this on well, and it'll have to dry. And then I've got some cute buttons. I've got some Christmas ones, or just some hearts, or I've got these brown ones, but what I think I will do is put on one of these red Christmas hearts. And I think that looks really cute. So I'll just have to let it sit here and dry. And that's what we will do. And thank you for watching. So again, check out the links below this video. All the items I used that I purchased at Amazon, those links will be below. The link to all these digital graphics, the toppers, the pockets, the 24 light scripture cards, and these little circles, and the fussy cuts or stickers, all will be listed below too. And then the link to these chipboard books will be below too. I've got a link to, and you can choose whether it's a 6 by 6 book or a 6 by 4 book. And these would work in either one. You could just embellish, like if you use the 6 by 6 book, you could have a lot more room on your page around your pockets to embellish, to put ribbons, to put bows, stickers, words, phrases, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, those books in my Etsy shop right now, they just have 8 pages in them. So I'm going to have to get a new listing up and make some books with the 12 pages that you would need for an Advent book. Or you can make your own and make sure you put 12 pages inside to have enough for the 24 light cards. And that is it. I really appreciate you watching my video. Please like, please subscribe to my channel, and you have a whimsical day. Thank you.